Kevin Muldoon Live Car Shows. Today's episode is coming from Community Chevrolet in Burbank. This show is kind of special to me. This is where a year ago that I shot a 57 Chevy and over 200,000 people watched it on YouTube. And it inspired me to start live car shows. So there's a really nice group of cars here today. Community Chevrolet in Burbank. Let's go look at some nice cars. 64 Chevelle owned by Marla Woodward, another really nice Chevelle here, original owner right here. We're going to come back and talk to both these owners. And I don't think I mentioned, but this is an all Chevrolet show at Community Chevrolet Car Show this weekend. And, you know, we've seen a lot of great Chevelles before. This is our friend Ricky's. I always like this one, real clean Chevelle. Okay, I'm with Marla Woodward, and this is her 64 original owner Chevelle. Marla, tell me about your car.
Well, I bought it brand new off the showroom floor in '64 and had it for 7 years. And then we sold both of our cars after we got married and had our child. And then you got to have a station wagon.
Exactly. A two-door doesn't hack it.
It doesn't make it. So then 25 years later, my husband went and found my actual car.
Now, how did he do that?
He had some good help.
Really? Was it still local?
It was about 50 miles away from our home. And it had been through a few owners and some brothers, and it was in pretty bad shape.
But you know what? One of the things I love about original cars is somehow it kept its black and yellow plates.
They had the plates in a box, and they had all the original parts were still in boxes that they had changed.
And it's an air-conditioned car, if you guys can't tell from it. And are there any other options we know about?
No, it's a 283, you know, air-conditioned, power windows. It even has the side power mirror.
Wow, well, those are cool options. Power windows and air conditioning.
Yes, they are.
In this car.
And a tilt steering wheel. All
Now,
the comforts of home.
That's great. Now, you say your husband found this for you. Did he bring it back to this gorgeous condition?
With some help from True Connections and Kuma Tires, we brought it back to complete restoration.
Well, Marla, this is just a neat Chevelle. I'm going to take it off the tripod and get some close-ups here in a second, but thank you for talking to us.
It's all NOS.
Right.
Oh, there's no other parts on it.
Well, once again, I have to repeat, the people on live car shows love NOS original cars, and I love bringing them to you. So thank you, Marla. I'll take some close-ups.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me see some close-ups of her car, then I'll come talk to you.
Choice trophies given out or plaques given out. Do a little advertising here for Community Chevrolet and see what else he has going on today. Hey, this is an interest to the Chevy people. The new 2009 Camaro is coming out the first quarter of '09. This location years ago. Much bigger location, other stuff. Also, way in the back. Well, I better not tell. Fred Bell has a classic car museum showroom in the back. I don't make cars. You may know someone who's interested in buying those things. Fred really likes and has that black. Said before, if you have any kids with you that don't know what a rumble seat is and would like to sit in a rumble seat, come on up and see.
Well, I promised you a couple of interviews with two original owners of really nice Chevelles. This is Steve. We've talked to Steve before about his other cars, but this is Steve's original owner Chevelle. Steve, tell me about this car.
Well, this car I bought on March the 28th, 1964, when my ex was pregnant with my son.
As a present to yourself?
Well, actually, I had a '60 Falcon that wouldn't make it over Laurel Canyon anymore, so it was either get a car or walk to work.
I understand, and you had to pay the bills. You had a new one on the way.
New one on the way. And this car, even right down to the vanity mirror on the passenger side, has the original comb in it.
A factory comb.
Yeah, it came with the car. We bought it extra. It was one of the extra little doodads that we bought.
Well, that's funny. Now, where did you buy it? You bought it local?
I bought it at A.E. Nugent Chevrolet on La Brea.
A.E. Nugent. I'm sure I passed by that dealership in my day. Not there anymore?
Well, it's still a Chevy agency, but it's not A.E. Nugent anymore.
Right. Well, you know what? This is a beautiful 64. I'm going to take the camera off the tripod. I'm going to take some close-ups. But, Steve, once again, you got a couple nice cars in your stable.
Sure, and I love them to death.
And
anything that's Chevy.
Good deal. Thanks for coming out to the show today.
Okay, great. Good to see you again.
Bet, Steve. Thanks. Okay, you know, Steve found one more detail. He has a book full of neat documents. But, Steve, what's this one in particular?
This one is the original registration slip that was folded up and taped onto the car when you buy it. And the envelope is the original envelope that the contract came in. And then this is the original envelope that all the documents come in. And this was the bill of sale. And this was condition of sale contract because we bought it on time. I paid, I think, $71 a month for the car at the time. This was the little doodads that we bought. We bought mats and a mirror with a comb holder, and in the car is the original comb that came in the comb holder. The instruction for care with the seat belts, because this was the early time for seat belts. The original owner's guide. This is custom features that came with it. The original owner's protection plan. This was in Hemmings Motor News, and so is this, as little things, and a couple of ads.
That is really a great folder, and I love original documentation, you know. If anybody wanted to get copies of that, would you be willing to make them for people that were trying to restore a car this nice?
Yeah, why not? I'd make them copies.
Because I know people are always looking for their original dealer in that, and those are really neat documents.
Well, it was kind of fun to have, and it was amazing that we kept it all this time. Since my wife drove the car, I drove the car, my son drove the car all through high school and college, and when he got through with it and he bought a new car, I took it back and restored it.
Well, Steve, that's really great. Well, thanks again for telling us. I'm glad I stopped and looked at the details.
Well, it's a pleasure talking to you again, Kevin, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you over Bob's.
You bet. That's our favorite place.
Okay.
Original unrestored cars are what we like, and Joseph has here a good story about his truck here. Joseph, tell me about your truck.
My truck was born in the same date and probably hours as I was convinced. It is 1953 Chevy half-a-ton pickup truck.
So is that why you bought it? It was the same year as you?
No, I came to it in a very mysterious way. I have always loved to have a truck like this, and by chance I ran into it, and this truck called me for it, and I bought it. When I bought it, it had more than 100 Black Widow spider under the cab everywhere and so on. So I cleaned it up before I took it to the house, and the moment that I started working on it and so on, it became very sweet, and I felt a special thing. As a matter of fact, the first time that I opened up the door and I went inside, I felt my dad in it, and I felt the same smell, and it felt so great. And
well, Joe, you know, I have my dad's Corvette, and I'm wearing his ring today. The same thing I feel, bonding. And that's what's neat about cars and people. It brings a feeling from the soul. Now, this is a special truck. Where'd you tell me you got it from?
I got it in an apartment building. Somebody had it, and they were just abusing it, and they didn't know what they have. And at the same time, I love the years on it, because during 1950s, after the World War World War II, it was a special feeling in the United States and all over the world. And I believe this truck represents those purity,
American values and feel.
Yes, that's the reason that I love it so much.
Well, that's why we're out here at the All Chevy show today, Joe. Thanks for talking to us about your truck. Great story.
Great, thank you very much.
Joe, thank you.
Nice to see
You bet.